everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chilling3000 Hangouts. Here today on the as this airs, the 26th of September, 2025, and I know it's been a long time since we've done an episode, but that's because I've been on hiatus due to personal matters, but I got the energy back to get back on the airwaves, and I am looking forward to doing these episodes again once a week. And starting next week, we are going to be doing airing these shows on Saturdays, and then maybe starting in 2026, we'll go on Wednesdays to replace the Hammy Outcast schedule. But we'll see how it goes with that is concerned. We have a great show for you all today. We have an interview with Red Sox content influencer Randy Elfman sometime, later on in this program. First of all, I just want to say I want to thank everybody who has been patient with me, during this whole hiatus, because it has not been an easy thing for me to go through at all, period. I'm not going to explain what it is because I don't, want, I just want this to be a good time. No, we're going to do a fun game of Whammy, Beyond New Press of Luck with Emo, the host, of course. And today's players are Danny, Charles, and Jesse. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch as well. And then afterwards, we are going to be having some topics of whoever wants to talk about something, because there's been a lot of crap that has happened in the world for the past month or so. And I'm not just talking about the Yankees winning. I am talking about all the world stuff. And let's just say I hope Stephen A. Smith will become president in 2028, because I am getting sick and tired of all these drama. Shows getting canceled. Who the heck knows what's going to happen next? And just to let you all know, I am not a Republican or a Democrat. All I hope is that Stephen A. Smith can become president in 2028, and who knows if Frankie Ray can last longer than 2029. We'll see what happens, okay? But first, we'll get some business right now. Here's our interview with Randy. All right, everyone. I'm here with our next guest here on this program. Please welcome Red Sox fan, content creator, also Boston as well, Randy Elfman. How are you doing, Randy?
I'm good, David. I'm good. Just finished watching the game, and they took 2 out of 3 in Oakland. I wish they got the sweep, but it is what it is. On to the next series, and Yankees coming into town, should be a good series, but let's get after it.
Yep. Indeed, and we're recording this, right after the A's series, so it's gonna, be outdated with this interview, but it is what it is. So how did he get started into covering the Red Sox in brief detail? On how?
So it's interesting. It's interesting. The story really is a crazy, crazy story. This is how I actually got started. I got interviewed by this company called LFG Boston, and they interviewed me, and immediately I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, I finally feel like, I found my purpose. I found my niche. I found what I loved, and I found what I was good at and what I wanted to do. They went back, they edited my interview, and then they audited it. And I was like, wow, this is what I want to do. And from that, then later on, Zach and I would go out on the streets of Boston, and he would follow me around with my little phone camera, and these little cheap $5 phone microphones that were so, pieces of crap. And then, a couple months later, the views started coming in. I got interviews with Drew Carter. I got interviews with some big name guys in the Boston community and Celtics community, GRD and Aztec Gino and some of those guys, big name guys in the Boston community. So the views started coming in, the views started rolling in and everything was going really good. A couple months after that, after I had views, I went out and I had bought a new camera and new pieces of equipment, new microphones. That was, I want to say, back in November of last year. And from there, my content, just the quality, it went up significantly. And you could notice directly how that translated to views and viewership. And then in February, this past February, I reached out to Owen, who was the one of the founders of We Talk Sox, and I said, look, I'm doing all this stuff on the street. I would love to bring this to the page and be able to do this with you guys as something else you guys could add to your followers that were, I think we were at about 21,000 at the time. And he said, of course, that's a no-brainer. I love what this kid's doing. I see him all over the city. I see him hustling. So they brought me in, and I just started doing that. And then a couple months after that, we do fan interviews, and we talk to fans all across the stadium and out and about at bars and whatnot. And then I got noticed by some sponsors, and we brought in some sponsors, and from that, so one of the sponsors we have was able to get me kind of access to the field and knew somebody in the ticketing office, and then I got on the field, and ever since then we've kind of just we've taken off from there. With interviews with Roman back in Worcester this was, I think, a day or two before he got called up. My favorite was the Carlos Narvaez interview. He was great. Me and him and I are pretty close now. Every time I'm on the field, like, he comes over personally, like, daps me up, says what's up. So Narv and I are pretty close now. I did Giolito. That was cool. Garrett Whitlock. That was another cool interview. But yeah, we're branching off and we're doing our thing and we're doing everything that we can to just grow the brand and just keep growing and providing you guys the content that we all know and love. So yeah, that's kind of how it all began. That was a lot, but that was kind of the story from back in 2024 till up until right about now.
So when you tune into a game, who are some of your favorite players to watch? Because for me, recently this year, it's been Whammy Anthony, because I met him back in 2024 at Winter Weekend, but he's just, when he's healthy, when he's doing well, like, he hits bombs, and he's just a very special player to watch when he's healthy.
Yeah, so I think coming into this season, I was most looking forward to Alex Bregman, and that's just straight up because we saw what he did in Houston. We saw what he was capable of. He was that big bat, that home run power that we didn't have, especially now that Devers is gone even more. He's that guy, right? He's that bat, that established veteran on the team who can hit bombs. And so I think the obvious answer for me was Alex Bregman. Now, here we are, 3/4 the way through the season, a little bit more. And I would say personally, I really enjoy watching Jarren Duran. And that's just straight up because not so much this season, but last season and years in the past, seasons in the past, you watch him hit a ball in the outfield and it can be two bases easily, right? Like that is what I really enjoy watching, right? And I don't think outside of a select couple of players in the league, you can have a shallow a bloop shot into shallow right field, and it ends up being an easy stand-up double. You can't, there aren't many players in the league that have that ability. And to me, that's really fascinating. And that's just kind of what I enjoy watching when I'm specifically at the game.
Yeah, very cool. I mean, another player that I really like watching as well when it comes to the big moments is Rafaela. And like he just has that personality that I really like Alvin. Quick story. So, have you heard of the Worcester Bravehearts?
No, what's that? No,
it's part of a Massachusetts college league. So I was coming home from one of those games. We turned on the radio when we're trying to find something to listen to on the radio. We found the Red Sox, and once after one of the players got on base, that was the Rafael walk-off home run. It was just cool too.
I was there. I was streaming it. It. Yeah, I was on the live.
Yeah. How was that? Was that the loudest you heard Fenway in years?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I was at Fenway in 2018 for the ALCS series against the Astros. And I mean, watching Craig Kimbrell close a game out in game one, that's an experience I think I will never forget the rest of my life. I still have, that mirror image of Kimbrell, going like this, winding up and throwing it 100 miles an hour to blow away, Carlos Correa. Yeah. So it's, I have that image in my head. Now, how does that compare to that Rafaela home run? Honestly, and I will be straight up, David, I think it's right up there with it, if I'm being completely honest. That walk-off home run by Cedon Rafaela may have been the loudest I have ever heard Fenway Park and the craziest atmosphere I have ever been around in all of sports. And I'm around sports 24/7. I watch Bruins, I watch Celtics. That may have been one of the craziest, probably if not the craziest atmosphere. And, just the call by O'Brien, the call by Fleming, just the atmosphere, the call, the trot around the bases. It was something that you'd think we won. We just walked it off in the World Series. And that's me being completely honest. The atmosphere was absolutely unreal. And something I don't think I will experience again for a very long time.
Yeah, it sounded like it too. Like the Divisional Series, Red Sox Rays, that was like a turning point of the season because now you know you can beat teams in your division.
Exactly.
Like the Rays, the Yankees as well. Like, it's just that was like the moment. Like, okay, we actually proved prove to people that we can actually be, make it at Fenway, yes. When we are healthy, where the fans, this is the moment that they knew that the fans have our backs. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of another player that we almost didn't have our backs on, is Trevor Story. He was struggling at the beginning of the season so bad, but people forget he didn't play at all last year until September, and also years prior. Is his turnaround this season the savior of the season?
Yeah, look, I mean, there's no denying. I think this season, take away the first couple months of the season for Story. I think this is the best we have seen Trevor Story play, both, offensively and defensively 100%. Since he was back in Colorado playing with guys like Troy Tulowitzki, right? So I think this is defensively one of his best seasons. And then, they did a comparison on Nesson the other day. I want to say he had 26. It was either 26 or 29 home runs through his first 3 seasons in Boston, and he already has that in 1 season this year. So, wow. You look at that sort of comparison, and it's really hard, David, like you said, to not say, is this his breakout year in Boston? Because at least up to this point, it really seems like it. And I really do that that's a huge key piece to a long playoff run for this team.
And now the big question was that turnaround the savior of the season? Was that the savior that Boston needed?
I don't want to say it was our savior. I think Roman coming up, and I think, them calling up the big three. Obviously, we know Campbell's back down in AAA. But, having Meyer play really well, having Roman playing well, then you had Story hitting the ball. Bregman was hitting Breggy bombs, right? Duran was stealing bases. You got David Hamilton stealing bases. And obviously we've cooled down a little bit. But to answer your question, I don't think he was the savior of the season. I would say that I think there are definitely some games that you take Trevor Story out of shortstop and out of that lineup, I 100% think we could have lost. I'll say that. But do I think 3 or 4 more losses would have ruined the season? No. So I don't think this is a savior, but it definitely tremendously helps this team that Trevor Story is playing some of the best baseball in his whole career. So,
yeah, 100%. I mean, big props to him. I personally am rooting for the guy because he went through so much, and I got the pleasure to meet him at the Family Fest.
He's cool. I met him. He's a nice guy. And my big thing, David, is what even was the expectations out of Trevor Story this year? Like, were we sitting here, Red Sox fans, just thinking, okay, we'll get half a season out of him. Maybe he'll give us a couple home runs. Maybe he'll be okay at shortstop. He's a solid shortstop. But what really were those expectations? Whatever they were, I mean, he's exceeded them. I'll tell you that easily. But I don't even know as a Sox fan, like, what were we even expecting? Like, what was a Trevor Story season expectation? I don't even know. I really have no idea.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like 2022, where it was on some pace most of the time and got really hot when that time came.
I mean, when healthy, arguably Trevor Story is probably a top 5 shortstop in the league when he's healthy. And that's me looking back to his days in Colorado. We obviously, before this season, we really had a small sample size of what a healthy Story looked like. We really did, right? We didn't know. But yeah, now that we see, it's like, wow, if we can get this guy, to do this, right? I don't see a reason we don't extend, right? So we'll see.
Yeah, straight up extend. We need to extend Jared Duran for at least a few years. Like,
we'll see.
We need Bregman back. We need possibly Lucas Giolito back for more innings. I really hope. What do you think of Craig Breslow this season? Because a lot of people gave him hate because of the Rafael Devils streak. But here's the thing: he's the one who brought in most of these players who are contributing this season. What's your thoughts on Craig Breslow's season?
So that's a tricky question, David. Obviously I was on that bandwagon with the Craig Breslow. Why are we trading our star for a bunch of garbage? I'll admit I was on that train, and I was on the I don't want to say the fire Craig Breslow train. I wasn't on that quite extreme, but I definitely
only second year.
Yeah, I definitely was not on the, oh, wow, this is an amazing move. Like, no, I wasn't on that train. So to answer your question, honestly, and I think a lot of Red Sox fans could attest to this. I think Craig Breslow is doing a tremendous job this year, right? Like, a lot of his moves, we would have said months ago they're going to come back to backfire. But I think they've done the complete opposite, right? You dumped an insane salary dump when you dumped Rafael Devers, right? And you picked up so much more space to add arms and anyone you really needed. And was this a team that really you could have said coming into spring training this year, was this a team that you could say, oh, if we make a few moves, we're World Series contenders? No, it was not a team. We weren't a few players away from a World Series, and we're not going to be for, several more seasons.
Look at the Dodgers. Look at
But this was a team that coming into spring training, you could say, okay, we're a couple moves away from at least, a wild card or an ALDS, right? I'm not going to go to the extreme and say, oh, World Series. No, okay, I'm not delusional. But this was definitely a team, and you can go on all these shows, these podcasts, 98.5, all these different shows, and they'll agree, right? This was a team coming into the spring training that you needed a couple more moves, and you're in the playoffs. And look what happened, right? Couple more moves, and I mean, knock on wood here, we're a playoff team. So I think Craig Breslow has, I don't want to say exceeded expectations, but I think he's right about where the expectations were set for this team. Now, if he wanted to exceed, if he wanted to exceed, right, he could have gone out, got Joe Ryan, dropped the bag on a couple other arms, whatever, right? But I think, considering his situation and what he has and the talent he's been given, I think he has made the most of it. And I think that's a very fair evaluation of Craig Breslow's time with Boston, at least this season.
I think he's proved a lot because look at Narvaez. Like, who would expect him the season he had at the beginning of the year? A lot of other players, like, big props to him, of course. So let me look at the standings right now. We're 81-66 as we're recording this. So this will change once this episode airs because I want to get these. I like to get these interviews out in advance because I want not have time to promote everything. Right, we have the same. ML wins as we did last year. 81 as we're recording this. Let's say the Red Sox didn't make it to playoff. Let's just say that. Are you successfully satisfied with this season? Because I truly believe 2024 was a step forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this year, I think we proved to people that we can actually
compete.
No. From this learning experience in 2025, I think we proved to people that we can actually become postseason contenders for years to come, if that so happens. Because let me say Fenway Park, for example. We were average at Fenway Park last year, but this year we played so well at Fenway Park. If we can continue that to happen for years to come, I think we'll move into a more positive direction. What if we don't go to the playoffs this year? What is your satisfied season?
Yeah, so to me, it's pretty plain and simple, David, right? We talked about expectations, and you talked a little bit about it, a couple minutes ago. You made a leap in 2024. You were, I don't know exactly how many away from a wild card berth or how many games out of the wild card they were last year, but I'm assuming, a couple games probably, right? So you made a leap last year. You weren't bottom of the basement. You weren't a garbage. You were in the middle of the pack. You were an okay team. You were literally the definition of average. And then you come into the 2025 season, and like I said, we mentioned expectations. And the expectation for a team that is young, that has talent, that has the bullpen, that has the arms, is to make another leap. And for me, that leap is give Boston baseball in the end of September, in the start of October. And if you can't do that, I'm just going to say it straight up. Season's a failure. I just straight up think like you have these expectations that you want to make a leap each year, especially with the young talent you've developed down in your farm system. I think this year that expectation is you make a playoff berth, you give the fans October baseball in Boston, and that's that. You can disagree,
The
whatever you
big
want.
question is, would this season be more enjoyable than last year, or what? No.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I think
Yeah.
regardless of what happens, I think this team is playing much better than they did at this time last year and even weeks ago at that time last year. But like I said, right, you look at expectations, and at the end of the day, this is a business, right? It's the same as any other business, right? You don't meet your business expectations, your boss is going to say, wow, you suck. That was a failure. That was bad. It's the same with this, right? You don't meet your expectations, and not only are you letting your boss, your boss, your team down, you're letting your whole city down, right? At that point, it's not just, your boss is telling you suck. It's the fans, right? We've gone, four seasons now without, or it's going to be, this is the fourth season without playoff baseball. We haven't seen a playoff berth, or at least, we haven't seen a playoff berth since 2021. At this point, you're making little baby steps even in 2022. I mean, 2023, you're just making these baby steps, and the expectations were so little that coming in fourth out of fifth in your division, that was fine, right? And now here we are in 2025, and that next leap for me is at least a wild card. But I talked to some of the players a few weeks ago, and they were like, no, it's super exciting because not only now are you talking about a wild card, you're talking about winning a division, and not even being in the wild card. So the excitement's there for the fans, for the players, and hopefully it's not just another we got all excited to just get disappointed again, but we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. And when this airs, I think we'll have a much better understanding of where this team's going to be.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. This might be a dumb question, but we all know that a win is a win for, the record books.
Yeah.
Let's take. So I'm going to ask you this because it happened recently with the Diamondbacks series. We lost the first two games, but we won the third game. To me, I didn't really felt like that was a win in the third game because we lost the series. Do you still count? I mean, of course it's a win anyway, but in your gut feeling, do you still count that as a win? Because to me, I count wins as only series wins because I'm more happy with series wins. I call wins series wins in general because that's what you're supposed to do every single series.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting question. There's a few ways you could go about it. To me, this is what I think is different about this team from years prior. That in years prior, right, they were breaking. This year, I feel like it's more they've bent, and those bent. When I say they've bent, I mean they lose 2 out of 3. But they're not breaking. They're not getting that sweep, right? They're not getting swept. So for me, a win is a win. And the reason we are in the position that we are is because we are bending and we're not breaking completely. And to me, I think that is what is going to propel this team into the postseason. The fact that, they can lose 2 games and come back that third game and just give us some, okay, we didn't give up. Our effort's still there. Yes, we lost the series, but we're still going to compete and we're still going to do our best to win and, move forward after our loss or after losing 2 games, right? So I think for me, that's kind of where I stand with that. I really obviously I don't like when they lose 2 out of 3, but when they come back and they win that third game, it just gives you that feeling like, okay, these guys – their effort is at least still there.
Yeah, and that was complete opposite in the past couple
years. And in seasons prior, right, they would just get swept, and they lose the first 2 and then come out lay an egg and they lose 8-0, right? Whatever, you lost the series, but not this year. So that's what's exciting to me.
Yeah. As a fan, when you go to Red Sox games at Fenway Park, what's your favorite day of the week to go to a game?
My favorite day of the week. Okay. That's an interesting question. Not gonna lie. I mean, a good like Friday night game. Like I'm going to the Yankees next. I want to say Wednesday, and that's gonna be like a weekend type of atmosphere, right? Like that's gonna be sold out. You won't find a seat. But yeah, to answer your question, I love a good Friday or Saturday night.
The Red Sox play the Yankees this weekend, not next week.
Oh no! I'm going to the Yankees game this Sunday. I meant my bad.
Sunday. Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to the Athletics against the Red Sox Wednesday. But yeah.
Oh, for Section 10 night, you're going to be there.
Oh yeah, Section 10 night. That'll be fun. But yeah, it's super exciting. It's going to be a good time. But yeah, to answer your question, a good like Friday, Saturday night game. It's just good vibes. You don't got to get home. You don't got to work the next day. It's good. So that's kind of what I would choose if I was picking a day.
I agree. I mean, Fridays, Saturdays, are good for me. And I'll tell you, night games are so much better because it's more of a playoff atmosphere with that showdown feeling. Whoever's under the lights, like they say.
Yeah. I loved it. When I used to play baseball, I loved going under the lights Friday, Saturday night. It was awesome.
Yeah, because so I went on a baseball road trip this past July to Baltimore, Philly, and DC. Those are my first baseball stadiums I've been to other than Philly Park, as for Major League. And when I went to the Phillies game, I went to 2 Phillies games. I saw a complete difference from a day game and a night game as for the crowd noise. Even though both of those games were sold out, it was a completely different feeling. But when it came to that, even though it was a Monday night, it was sold out, and the game was exciting, and it felt completely different from that Monday night. And I'm not talking about the outcome of the games. I'm talking about the atmosphere of the games, because day games, there's more children in there. I'm not saying that as an excuse, but it's just that the act of the crowd, the act of the atmosphere, because most of people.
For me, it's nice going when it's a nice night to have a family-friendly game, or even like a Sunday afternoon game. You got families coming in. Just personally doing interviews, they love them. Like the parents are like, oh yeah, you should interview. Like they're telling their kids, like, yeah, go interview. So for me, it's super fun seeing parents' reactions to me interviewing their little kids and stuff. So that's always fun for me.
Yeah. Cool. So speaking of the many stuff that you do, you see, I'm not in college. I don't plan on going to college because it's too expensive, and also I already went to a life skills program for my 4 years after high school. Do you have any advice for people that want to get into the sports media business like you are, but without college? Because I don't want to. Like if I wanted to go into broadcasting or whatever, I don't want to, spend more money on going to college or going to classes like math, science that have nothing to do with my goals.
Yeah. So for me, it was always, I told you the story and my background and how I kind of got into it. For me, it was always, take risks and don't care what anyone tells you, right? I've had people, coming in my DMs telling me, oh, you're never going to succeed. Like, I don't know, you're just embarrassing yourself, this and that. And, for me, it was always when I made my mind up to go and interview with that company, I made a decision and I said, I'm going to do this. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going balls to the wall, and I'm going to do this to the best of my ability and not care what anyone thinks, because this is my life. This is what I like. This is what I want to do. And, anybody who came in my way, right, they were nobodies. It didn't matter, right? So I would say, study hard, go to school, respect your parents, take all the advice you can in the world, but at the end of the day, do what makes you happy, and don't let anybody stop you from doing the thing that you want to do. If you love something and you really found your passion and you found your niche, just go for it and just go guns blazing and don't stop until you are where you are at, or until you are where you want to be in life. Because like I mentioned, for me, I had absolutely nothing. I had phone microphones that were $5 that sounded like I just bought them at Walmart, and they had static, and it was terrible. And then here I am a year later interviewing some of the biggest name players in the entire MLB, including, Roman Anthony, Carlos Narvaez, Garrett Whitlock, all these guys. And if you were to come at me, I'm only 22, but if you were to come at me when I was 20 years old and tell me I would be interviewing Roman Anthony, and I'd be interviewing Drew Carter, and I'd be interviewing all these big name guys in Boston, I would have told you that you are crazy. So my message to everybody out there would be just stay the course, stay true to who you are, stay true to who you're stay true to who you want to be, and just keep going and just drive and just, you're going to make it.
That is a great answer. And you're 22, I am 21,
wow.
October 14th. So my advice for people is find a job that you actually like, because if you want to wake up every morning happy, just don't do a 9-to-5 job that you don't like. So just
exactly, like that's my message too, man. Like I said, find your niche, find the thing you love, find what you like, and if that is a 9-to-5 and you're in a cubicle all day and that's what you want to do because that's what makes you happy, then go right ahead and you do that. For me, that was never the path I wanted to go down. I wanted to go down something very interactive, something that I could talk to people and give people their voice, and that's the way I wanted to live out my career and my dream. Because in my opinion, if you can do all those things that I just talked about with working and loving what you do, then in my opinion, you're living your American dream. And that's how I feel like I am. That's what I feel like I'm doing every single day when I do this stuff.
Yeah, and that is my goal as well. And it's a great business that you're doing. And where can they find you on social media?
So it's just Randy Elfman, no spaces, Randy, and then ELFMAN. That's my social. We also have our We Talk Sox page. It's exactly how it sounds. We Talk Sox, SOX, one word. And yeah,
on YouTube as well, right?
What's up?
On YouTube as well, right? And
YouTube as well. We haven't really focused a ton on YouTube. We're trying to get some sort of podcast rolling in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, so we just we're pushing 31,000 followers on our Instagram page. My personal account's almost to 6,000. So if you guys give us follows, that would be greatly appreciated. And if David, you could attach or even just add us in the comments, whatever caption, that would be great. But look, I mean, we're doing exactly what we want to do, and people love it, so we're gonna keep doing it.
All right. Well, that'll be it for this interview.
Are you looking for the most fun entertainment on YouTube? Then welcome to the Network 3000. We have game shows, vlogs, live streams, podcasts, live shows, sport videos, gaming videos, plus more. Subscribe today. We hope you enjoy the Network 3000 on YouTube.
All right, we are backing out the show, and now let's get to our main portion. And we have Josh, Emo, Jesse, and Danny. Hi, how is everybody tonight?
Yeah,
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Good, David.
That's good. Danny, I hope you enjoyed what I had to say for that.
I did. And I have a shameless plug. Make sure you shop at my Red Bubble, where your loss is Danny's gain.
Yeah, your gain. Yeah, your gain is worthless.
No, it's not. I have more money than you.
Well, that's because you're a year older than me. So explain that.
That has nothing to do with that. I've been working 5 more years than you have.
Whatever. Okay, that was not necessary, but I get it.
Sorry. Boys, behave, or I will ground you both.
Okay, all right.
Shane, we have our Whammy host over here on the bottom right. Welcome aboard. And also we have our other 2 contestants, Josh and Jesse. So I hope y'all are looking forward to this tonight. And Emo, ready to get started?
This is all set.
All right, let's start the screen. Just make sure you minimize the streamer thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Once you... Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Gotta...
All right. Well, I'll be backstage watching this drama, and I hope you all have a fun game.
Of course.
Absolutely. Oops. There's that, and there's that. All right. Danny, Josh, Jesse, all 3 of you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
All right. This is the game where you can spin your way to big bucks and great prizes. And now I ask all 3 of you, are you ready to press your luck?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, the game goes like this. Each of you have $1,000 to begin with. You can add to it by taking a chance on this big game board up here. Look at all the money and prizes that you can win. Each time you spin, you can add to your total by landing on a square that contains either a cash value or prize, the complete opposite of that. If you land on one of those, the dreaded whammy, he will come out and take all your cash and prizes and put them right into his own big bank, which begins at $5,000. You don't want to add to that, that's for sure. But you can whammy the whammy by landing on the big bank square right there. Oops. Yeah, the big bank square right there. And if you do that, then you get everything in the big bank to call it your very own. No questions asked, at least on this version.
Nice.
All right. Only the player in the lead at the end of this first round will have the advantage of going last in the final round. And, Danny?
Yes,
we're going to start this game with you.
All right.
You have $1,000. Let's put the big board in motion and see what you can add to it. Good luck.
All right, big bucks. We need some money, okay? And stop.
Stop at $1,200. There we go. Good start for you. Up to $2,200, Danny. And now, Josh, you have $1,000. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
To the board.
Looking for big bucks, no whammies. Keep those whammies away and stop.
Stop at go back 3 spaces to trip to New Orleans. Trip to New Orleans worth $1,673.
I'll take it.
All right, brings you to $2,673. And now we go to Jesse. Jesse, you have $1,000. Here comes your first spin.
All right, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
Stop. Hey, $2,000 just for you. Big bucks right there for Jesse. 3,000 is where you're at right now. All right, nice trip down the line. Not a single whammy was hit, but things are going to get tougher because more whammies are about to appear on the board.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, here they come. From here on out, players, remember, you can freeze at any time if you're afraid of that whammy or if you think you got enough to win the round, or you can press your luck again and try to grab some more. Now, Danny, you have $2,200. Do you want to freeze or do you want to press your luck?
I want to press my luck.
Here we go.
All right, 22. Gotta be 22. And stop.
Stop at $800, bringing you to
Nice.
$3,000, just like Jesse here. And Josh, we're on to you. 2,673.
I'm going to press that luck.
Okay.
And stop.
Stop it! Oh, whammy.
Oh.
That was cool.
And Josh, I'm afraid your money goes into the big bank. We're talking $7,673. Ah.
Darn whammy.
All right, you're not out of the game. You're just out of this first round for the moment. Now, Jesse, there's a tie between you and Danny for the moment.
All right.
Do you want to freeze or do you want to press your luck?
I'm going to press my luck.
Here we go. Stop. Ooh, ooh. Okay, I like this part of the game. See, oops, that's not it. There it is. Jesse, that's the top half of the key. You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good thing because if in the third and final round you land on the bottom half and then you end up winning the game, you're going to drive out of here in a new Honda Accord.
Oh, that's nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That is the car chosen explicitly for this. So, a nice good trip down the line. Fine, both Danny and Jesse still tied. But now more whammies are about to show up on the board.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay, Danny. $3,000. What do you want to do?
I want to go one more time.
All right, here we go.
Come on. Big bucks. No whammies. Let's get it. No. And stop.
Stop! Out of whammy.
Fuck.
You better cry, 'cause your money's
Bye.
You're a good sport there, singing right along with them. All right.
That sucks.
$10,673 is in the big bank now. And Jesse, you're the only one with money remaining. You can freeze and take that into the final round, or you can press your luck. What do you want to do?
I'll freeze.
You're going to freeze. Okay. Jesse's frozen at $3,000. That brings the end to our first round, where Danny and Josh both $0 in a whammy. Jesse in first place with $3,000 and half of that car key. And the big bank is at $10,673. And now we are going to go to our spin round. Okay, you three?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. This
Here we
gives
go.
all three of you 5 chances to earn some spins for the final round of the game. Of course, the more spins you have, the better chance you have at winning. And so, Danny, here comes your first chance at some spins right now.
And stop.
Oh!
That's all right.
All right, yeah. You still have 4 more chances. Yeah, it is all right. All right, Josh, here comes your
Yes,
first
sir.
chance right now.
Here we go. And stop.
All right, there's a good one for you. 3 spins, just like that. That's a good start for you, Josh.
Wow, got lucky.
And Jesse,
Alrighty.
here goes your first shot at some spins. Let's go.
And stop.
Not bad. Okay, good start. 1 spin. There you go. And now for everybody's second chance at some spins. Danny,
Yeah.
let's go.
Come on, Jimmy Kimmel. And stop.
Add 1 spin. All right, there you go. A good start for you. You just gained a spin there.
Yeah.
And now back to you, Josh. How many more
Let's
spins
do it.
you grab? Let's find out. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. And stop.
All right, that's another spin for you, putting you at 4 spins. There you
Total
go.
of 4. Good.
And now, Jesse, Let's see if you could grab more spins or another. Here we go.
And stop.
Hey, 3 spins for you, putting you at 4 spins. And now, a third chance for everybody. Okay, Danny, here comes your third chance right now.
I hope you have the weakest link whammy queued up, Danny. Okay, let's get like maybe 3 spins wouldn't complain. All right, and stop.
Okay,
Hey.
there it is. There are 3 spins right there, putting you at 4. Woo! And now back to you, Josh. How many more spins can you grab?
Okay, here we
Let's find
go.
out.
Here we go. Let's see. And stop.
All right, there's another spin for you, putting you at 5 spins. All right. And now,
Very
Jesse, here comes your third chance at some spins right now.
And stop.
3 for you, Jesse, bringing you to 7 spins.
Hell yeah.
All right. There's still 2 more chances. So let's continue. Danny,
Yeah.
here comes your 4th chance right now.
Big spin. Maybe at least one. All right. So, stop.
Oh, okay. 1 spin plus get to spin again, Danny. Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right. Stop.
Hey, 3 for
Nice
you.
job,
You
Danny.
at 8 spins. Nice.
Thank you.
All right, and now Josh. Let's see how many
Here we
more
go.
spins you can grab. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Big spins, big numbers. Stop.
All right, 1 spin for you. Now putting you at 6 spins.
I'll take it.
And now Jesse. Here comes your 4th shot at some spins right now.
And stop.
All right, that's another spin for you, putting you at 8 spins. And now 1 last chance to pick up some spins. 1 last chance.
Here we go.
See, Danny, if we could try to grab you at least 1 more spin.
Okay.
Let's go.
And stop.
All right, 1 spin for you, putting you at 9 spins to take into the final round. Josh, let's see how many more spins.
Here we go. Big numbers
go.
for this last time. Here we go. And stop.
Hey, 3 spins for you now. You had 9 spins as well. And finally, Jesse. Last chance. Here goes.
And stop.
Oh, 3 for you again, putting you at a nice 11 spin to take into the final round. Whew. So, yes, after that spin round, Danny and Josh each have 9 spins. Jesse, 11 spins. All right. I'm gonna get the final round board ready, and we'll be back. Hello, welcome back. We are now at the final round of our whammy battle. Take a look. Danny, Josh, and Jesse. More money. More. Let's retry that again.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not put that on the show. My apologies, David. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome. This is now our final round of our whammy battle. Josh, Danny, Jesse, take a look at our final round board. More money, more prizes up for grabs. Now, yes, we have some whammies, but we also have some double whammies. A double whammy, you'll have to figure out what that is in a moment. Whenever you land on it, at the very least.
Nice.
But they're also here to grab everything and put it in the big bank, which is currently at $10,673. If you rack up a total of 4 whammies, you'll be out of the game. Danny, Josh, be careful. You already have 1. However, the big bank square is still up there waiting to be grabbed. And there's more strategy in this final round because now you can pass your spins to the opponent in the lead in the hopes that they hit a whammy. And the leader must take those spins that have been passed to him. Now, Jesse, You currently have the lead, $3,000. You're going to go last in this round.
Alrighty.
You also have the top half of the key, which I should remind you is up there. You could just land on that and win the game itself, and you get a nice new car. Got that?
Got it.
Okay. Now, we have a tie for $0 in a whammy and each 9 spins. So we're going to go with the player with the furthest to the left, and that'd be Danny.
Okay.
All right, Danny. Are you ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
Let's put the big board in motion again. Here we go.
All right, big bucks. We got the Whammy out of the race, so let's get some money and stop.
Stop at 8,000 in a spin.
There you go.
All right. 8 grand. Still 9 spins, Danny. Press your luck or pass.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Here we go.
And stop.
Stop at a European vacation worth $9,360.
All right.
$17,360. 8 spins remaining. Press your luck or pass.
Let's play.
Again. Oh,
I got all those damn spins. Okay. Get some money or something. And stop.
stop at a trip to Jamaica worth $10,000.
10 grand. All right.
Up to $27,360. 7 spins remaining. What are you going to do?
I think we gotta play.
Okay, here we go.
Let's get some money. Maybe that's $2,000. And stop.
Stop at move 1 space to either a chill out room or $5,000 in a spin.
Chill out room.
The chill out room, that is worth $4,320.
Okay.
Bring you to $31,680.
Yeah.
6 spins remaining. What are you going to do now?
Oh boy. I'm gonna press my luck.
Okay.
All right. Let's get some money. No whammies. And stop.
Stop at a golf and resort vacation worth $4,200.
All right.
Up to $35,880. Danny.
Yeah.
5 spins remaining.
What's
it going to be this time?
Let's play.
Oh my goodness.
I'm getting too carried away now. All right, let's try to get $40,000. Stop.
Stop out of whammy!
Ah, clap.
Well, fabulous. All I have to do is walk around being self and get paid for it.
Filthy mouth on that thing.
And that filthy mouth takes your money, Danny, and puts it in the big bank. Now at $46,553.
Yeah, that's an L.
All right. Still have 4 spins remaining, though.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
We got to play. Let's get back at it.
All right, here we go.
Let's get like 10 grand, maybe? Come on. And stop.
Stop at a kayak worth $4,220. All right.
Get that AI slap off the screen,
Freeze.
whoever that is. Okay.
What?
Oh, let's see. Okay.
All
go
right.
ahead.
3 spins remaining. What are you going to do?
Let's go at least one more time.
All right, here we go.
All right, we need some money. No whammies. And stop.
Stop at $3,500. Bringing you to $7,720. 2 spins remaining.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, you're going to pass. Those 2 spins go to Jesse.
Yes.
Jesse, you're still going last in this round, so we're going to go to Josh.
All right, here we go.
9 spins, $0, 1 whammy. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
Big bang, no whammies. Keep those whammies right where they are and stop.
Stop at $2,400.
Nice.
We're going to go.
8. Okay. 8 spins remaining, and he said he's going to go. Here we go.
Come on. Big bank. Looking for that big bank and stop.
Stop at a houseboat vacation worth $6,990.
I'd probably drown.
$390, Josh. 7 spins remaining.
We
Press
gotta
the luck or
go.
pass. What?
We gotta go. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're on a roll. Come on, big bank, and stop.
Stop at $3,500. $12,890, Josh.
Still too low. Got to keep pressing it.
Spins remaining. All right, here you go.
Here we go. Come on now, big bank, and stop.
Stop at a whammy.
Oh my. I want to meet that guy in the parking lot after the show.
Oh, and Josh, there goes your money into the big bank. Now at $59,443.
Well, gee, how many spins do I have left?
5 spins.
Gotta go.
Okay, here we go.
Come on, let's get that big bank. Let's put some money back in. Forget those whammies and stop.
Oh, now.
Yep, go ahead and stop it.
Okay, $2,800.
Okay, gotta go again. That's too low.
4 spins remaining, and he's gonna go again.
Come on, big money. Stop.
Stop. Oh,
no.
Lead plus a spin. Which can mean, Josh. I gotta do the math on this one.
I knew there was gonna be some extra weird stuff on this one.
I'm making the host earn his money tonight.
Yeah, really.
You take the lead, Josh, by $1.
$1. $1, Drew.
All right.
Literally.
You still have 4 spins, Josh. You have the lead by $1. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pass them.
You're gonna pass.
Hang on.
Get out of here.
Okay, you're gonna pass?
I'm gonna pass them.
Okay, Josh, they go to Danny.
$1.
Danny, those are 4 spins you have to take. Here comes the first one.
$420. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm about the wrong stuff. All right, big bucks. Stop.
Stop at a massage table worth $3,000.
Right.
Up to $10,720. 3 more spins you still have to take. Here comes the next one.
Big bucks. That's all I want. So, stop.
Stop. Hey, big bucks. $8,000 in a spin. Up to $18,720. 2 more spins you still have to take. Here comes the next one.
Good forward. Good forward. Oh, come on. And stop.
Stop at a trip to Waikiki worth $8,280.
All right.
$27,000 flat, Danny.
How about that?
One more spin you still have to take before we can deal with that 1 earned spin. Here we go.
That's a Weird Al's favorite. All right, no whammies. And stop.
Stop at $2,400. Bringing you to $29,400, Danny. Now you have 1 spin in the earned column. You can either take it or you can pass it to Josh. What do you want to do?
It's only 1 spin.
Decisions.
I think I'll give it to Josh.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Danny.
One spin goes to you.
Okay.
Take it.
Yep, gotta take it. Here we go. Big money. No whammies. Big money. Stop.
Stop at a whammy.
Oh, thanks, Danny.
And Josh, you don't have any more spins, and the big bank is now at $67,164.
Crazy.
Woo.
All right, and now Jesse, you saw what happened between your 2 opponents. We're on to you now. You have $3 grand. Plus, that top half of the car key, I remind you, is still up there. The bottom half is still up there. But you also have 2 spins in the pass column that you have to take. Here comes the first one.
All right, stop.
Stop at a trip to Australia worth $3,400. $6,400, Jesse. One more spin you have to take before we can deal with the earn spins. Here we go.
And stop.
Stop and move on space 2. A trip to Singapore, $3,500 or $1,400 in a spin.
Trip to Singapore.
Singapore. That is worth $3,238. Bringing you to $9,638. 11 spins now. Do you want to play with them or do you want to pass? What are you going to do, Jesse?
Play.
All right, here we go.
And stop.
Stop at a barbecue worth $4,800. $14,438, Jesse. All right, 10 spins remaining. Press your luck or pass.
Press.
All right, here we go.
And stop.
Stop at $1,000 in a spin. Up to $15,438. 10 spins remaining. What are you going to do now?
Press my luck.
Here we go.
And stop.
Stop at $8,000 in a spin. $23,438, Jesse. 10 spins still. What's it going to be?
Press my luck.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And stop.
Stop!
Ah. Oh, crap.
All rise for Judge Whammy.
I don't want to hear about your money problems. Dismissed.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Jesse.
That's just my
Fortunately,
first
that
one.
puts your money in the big bank. $90,602 plus the top half of the key.
Damn.
You have 9 spins remaining. Are you going to press your luck or are you going to pass? Jesse?
What? What was that?
All right. You have 9 spins remaining. Do you want to press your luck or do you want to pass?
I'm going to press my luck.
Yeah.
There we go.
And stop.
Stop at a double whammy.
Oh, crap.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Jesse. Good news, you didn't have any money to lose. Bad news, because it's a double whammy, you got to take a danger spin.
Okay.
Goes like this. In a danger spin, if you land on a prize, that prize is going to go to the player who spun for cash and prizes before you, and that was actually Josh.
All right.
You land on a cash amount, both Josh and Danny are going to get the cash amount. But if you land on another double whammy, that'll give you 2 more whammies, and that'll be game over.
Okay.
If you land on a regular whammy, you'll end up at 3 whammies instead. If you land on the big bank square, that $90,602 is the only thing that can really save you. That's the only thing you can add to your score, plus that top half of the key.
Oh, wow.
So, Jesse, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's take the danger spin now.
And stop.
Stop at cupcakes for a year. That is worth $3,000. That's actually going to go to Josh.
Yay.
Well, at least I won't go home empty-handed.
Oh, there you go.
Cupcakes for a year, man.
How about that?
All right. So with Josh at $3,000, Danny's still at $29,400. Jesse, 8 spins remaining.
Oh, shit.
What are you going to do now?
Press my luck.
All right, here we go.
And stop.
Stop at a trip to Martha's Vineyard worth $7,000. Second place for you now, Jesse.
All right.
7 spins remaining. $7,000. What do you want to do?
Press my luck.
All right, then. Here we go.
And stop.
Stop it, Big Bank! Woo!
God damn.
You got the top half of the key back and $97,602.
That's
Well played, Jesse. Well played. And we are now going to restock our big bank with $5,000. You have a good, comfortable lead. 6 spins remaining. What are you going to do?
Press my luck.
Whoa! Nice.
$100,000.
All right, here we go.
And stop.
Stop at $5,000 in a spin. $102,602. Still 6 spins, Jesse.
I'll press my luck.
Oh, man.
And stop.
Stop at $2,000 up to $104,602. 5 spins remaining.
I'll press my luck.
He's going to keep going.
And stop.
Stop at move 1 space to a trip to Puerto Rico or the Elvis collection.
Trip to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. The trip to Puerto Rico is worth $3,350. $107,952. You're in 6 figures, Jesse.
I'll press my luck.
And he's still going to go.
Yeah, we beat Larson's record.
And stop.
Stop at $2,400. Up to $110,352. 3 spins remaining.
I'll press my luck.
All right.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
And stop.
Stop at $2,800. $113,152. Either it's because of that bottom half of the key or whatever. Jesse, what are you gonna do?
Press my luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the bottom half of the key you're wanting. Here we go.
And stop.
Stop at a hot air balloon adventure worth $2,450. $115,602, Jesse. I gotta before you even decide, I gotta lay this out here for you. You have 1 spin remaining. If you press your luck, you're gonna have to avoid that whammy at all costs. If not, that'll give Danny the win. That is if you choose to press your luck.
Okay.
If you choose to pass to Danny, he'll have to play a lot of catch up.
I will press my luck.
Oh, he's gonna risk it all.
There we go.
Jesse, good luck to you. Danny, good luck to you. Here comes the final spin.
And stop.
Stop it! There it is, a hot tub worth $3,000, and that will do it. That will do it. Woo! There you go, Jesse. Over $118,000. Let's take a look at what you've won. Congratulations, Jesse. You've won a trip to Martha's Vineyard.
Where you'll see David
Trip to New Orleans.
licking rocks.
A European vacation. A trip to Jamaica. A chill-out room. A golf and resort vacation. A houseboat vacation. Trips to Australia and Singapore and Puerto Rico. A barbecue. A hot air balloon adventure, and a hot tub. Those prizes total $63,781, combined with the $54,821 in cash. gives you a grand total, Jesse, of $118,602. Congratulations!
That was a big risk, but it was worth it.
Nice play, Jesse.
Oh, Danny. What do you have to say for that one?
Well, that was amazing. That's all I have to say.
He's like, I'm shocked that they filtered.
Absolutely.
I got
Josh.
Oh.
Sir. You're lucky to actually see that moment. Oh man.
Well, there you go. I saw game show history. He beat Michael Larson.
And you, Jesse. There you have it. Woo. What a big one there. Man. Congratulations, man.
He was like, I bewildered his shut.
That was one of the most craziest endings in Whammy I've seen. You were a big risk taker.
Well played, sir.
Yes, and I have one more. I have one more gift for you, Danny, for participating.
What's that?
Stephen A. Smith on Price is Right. But what a great game that was, man.
Good job by all.
Yep. So we're just gonna chill here for the next few minutes or so, and I'm just gonna have everyone here an opportunity to have a topic they want to talk about. So I'll start with.
Did you stop screen sharing or?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Danny, anything you want to talk about?
Yes. Now, one of my all-time favorite game shows is The Weakest Link.
I thought it was Slinko.
That too. I love Lingo, but I don't talk about Weakest Link that often. Every so often, I talk about Lingo and Russian roulette, but I don't talk about Weakest Link that much. Weakest Link was created in England, and it was hosted by Anne Robinson over there for about 12 years, and almost every country has done their own version of it. And when the United States first tried it, they didn't want just the game; they wanted Anne Robinson herself. So they flew her from the UK over here to do a bunch of episodes for us. And it aired on NBC for a couple of years, and aired on Game Show Network for about 10 years after that, or give or take 6 or 7 years. And a syndicated version started in the United States shortly after it on NBC, hosted by current Price is Right announcer George Gray, who we all know and love. And Weakest Link, it's a tough game because, and I even hosted a game for it coming up. And Weakest Link, it's a tough game to play because you got to risk getting a certain amount of correct changes in a row. And if you get one wrong, you break the chain. But then, if you bank at the right time, you might miss out on money. You might miss out on money that you could be winning for the team. So it's like that. And I even hosted a game of Weakest Link that's coming up shortly on the Chilling3000 show. It was a good time. And Weakest Link came back in 2020 on NBC with Jane Lynch as the host. I think Jane does a good job. I'm just not a fan of how she talks to the contestants before they show their votes. Because if you ask the person who they voted for before they show it, that gives it kind of spoils some of the surprise of finding out who they voted for, especially in the final round. Because in the final round, it's like biting your nails. Like, this person voted for this person voted for this. So who's gonna make it to the final round? But when Jane asked this person, so who did you vote for? That completely ruins it. But other than that, 2020's Weakest Link is pretty good, and they're bringing it back with celebrities. Celebrity Weakest Link, that's on Monday nights on Fox, and that's
Fox.
Yeah, I don't know why they moved it from NBC to Fox. But yeah, Fox is airing Celebrity Weakest Link Monday nights. So go ahead.
So are they going to have a different celebrity every week?
Yeah, different celebrities every week. Yeah, the first week was people from the TV show Glee, who Jane Lynch was on that show.
Yeah, those are Jane's people.
Yeah, and this past week on the September 22nd was a special TV Moms edition. So you had the likes of Caroline Ray, Jackie Harry, Constance Marie from George Lopez, etc., playing the game. So
nice.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
That's good.
Yeah. Now,
Alright,
David, remember, you know what happened? What happened last time we tried to play Weakest Link about 5 years ago?
Yes.
The host rage quit because everyone's internet connection was messing up, so we didn't even get to play the whole game. But,
not me or Danny's connection. Everybody else.
Oh, no.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
You lost your host.
Yeah, you're at the weakest link. Goodbye.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, sorry, Danny. Sorry, Danny. You're at the weakest link. You lost the way. So yeah.
Cold, David.
Whatever.
That's what happens when you promote Redbubble all the time. That's the karma you get.
Yes, 25% off site wide, as far as I know.
Oh god.
Emo, you have a topic you want to talk about for a minute or two?
Oh, sorry, I was. What was it?
You have a topic you want to talk about for a minute or two? Oh, we have our buddy Tyler Calver. Hello there, Tyler.
Hello, everybody. I must have taken a wrong turn on the internet to end up here. What's going on?
How you feel?
Danny's asking you how you feel, Tyler.
No, I said I know how that feels, taking a wrong turn
to
end up on one of them.
Anyway, I made my appearance. I'll be back later.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, that was.
He's a good friend of mine.
He's
a good friend of mine, Charles. Don't worry.
He's the one that makes David's old face pictures, which are pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Tyler makes crazy pictures of baseball or whatever.
So is that where you get all your art, David?
Well, not just from him, but also mostly Jesse. Like Jesse's the one who gave me that AI app idea.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I made pictures of Joey in an Astros uniform.
So Jesse, you're his dealer. In other words, you're David's dealer.
Well, David now knows how to do it. I mean, he made Danny wear a whammy dunce cap, which was funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they're playing Whammy, so I was trying to make him a Whammy hat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Tyler came back. Okay.
Okay. I was just kidding. I figured I'd come back.
That's good. Yeah. So Tyler, Charles, he is a Baltimore Ravens fan and also Orioles fan. So.
That makes sense. They're from the same place.
Well, yeah.
Is that the only two team? Is that the only two teams you have in Baltimore, Tyler?
I mean, as far as like Baltimore, like I guess technically, like I mean the Commanders play in Maryland, but they're about to leave Maryland also. But you know the Commanders play in Maryland technically. So I mean, that's kind of a toss up. You got the Terps; they play in Maryland. So, I mean, that's college football, and obviously all the college-related teams. But yeah, I mean, there's not too much. You know, we used to have the Wizards when they were the Bullets, but now they're in Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how far back I go. They were the Bullets when I was growing up.
Yeah. Good old Bullets. It's a funny. It's looking back. It's one of those things when you look back on. It's like, wow, they really called the team the Bullets in Baltimore of all places.
Well, that's when people weren't scared to use names.
Yeah.
They weren't afraid of offending.
The irony of it is fascinating looking back on.
Yeah. I really hope one day Cleveland brings back the Indians. I really hope they bring that back because it was not necessary to get rid of that name.
Yeah, I remember that. That was about 4 years ago when they changed that.
Yeah, it's interesting how that plays. It's interesting how that's played out as far as who's kept the names that are considered offensive and who haven't. Because you could argue several teams in different sports could get rid of their logos too that haven't. So, you could look at like the Chiefs. the Seminoles, FSU Seminoles, the Blackhawks in the NHL.
Yeah.
Like it's fascinating to see how that argument has progressed or lack of progression, depending on, I guess, who owns the team and if they care or not.
Depends on which side you're on.
Yeah, probably. The Indians, I guess the Indians logo was probably the most, like, I guess, seen as offensive, so that's probably why, with the Chief Wahoo, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I wish that, I mean, I'm looking up on Google right now, you used to have the Baltimore Colts, right? From
Well, yeah. I mean,
before they went to
Indianapolis. Well, yeah. I mean, they don't. I don't consider them the count because that was the '80s. But yeah.
Yeah. And St. Louis used to have a football team.
Yeah, that was in our lifetime. That was not that long ago.
Yes, Rams.
Yeah, St. Louis Rams. I don't know. They just want another LA team to deal with the Chargers, which doesn't make any sense to me. You already have the LA Chargers. I mean, why got rid of St. Louis?
Well, the Rams were going to. Well, the Rams have already been there. They were already in LA, and then they moved to St. Louis, and they.
Oh, okay.
How loud is that damn bag of chips or whatever? Jesus Christ!
I was going to say who's got candy over there, but it's chips.
I mean, whatever that bag of chips it was loud as hell.
Yeah, what's my mic?
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, good thing it's not candy because it's not healthy for you, period.
You gotta get at the movie theater with a dancing popcorn and candy saying, "Let's all go to the lobby."
Let's go to the
Oh, speaking of songs, Richard Philbin.
What about Regis? Yes, Regis Philbin. He made an album in 2004 called "When You're Smiling," and that has a bunch of great standards, mostly songs by Frank Sinatra, and also the Regis Philbin Christmas album. That's a great album to listen to on Christmas time. I'm not going to say why, but it's great.
Yeah, that's a name I haven't thought about in a couple of years. Regis Philbin.
Yeah.
Well, he's been gone a couple of years.
Well, yeah, but even before when he was still alive, I just haven't thought about him in a long time. Yeah. I know who he is, obviously. It's just like that's a name I've not heard in many years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the king of millionaire. So
that's true. He was.
Yeah, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That was like one of those game shows I loved growing up.
Is that your final answer? I don't do a very good Regis impression, but
he's got the thick New York accent.
Yeah,
maybe because they were taped in New York, so yeah. But is that your all-time favorite game show growing up, Tyler?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not as much of a game show enthusiast as you guys are. I mean, I did watch plenty growing up, though. I mean, that was
we got to talk to Tyler over here.
Press Your Luck was pretty fun growing up. I used to watch Lingo a lot. Chuck Woolery.
Good choice.
I don't remember all the other. I mean, I'm reminiscing about like probably a good 20 years ago now, trying to think of all the game show like things I watched back then. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really like Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right too much, but they're fine. I like Bob Barker.
Okay, we got to go to the parking lot.
Sorry.
Yeah,
and David and Danny know why. But I jump up for that one.
The Weakest Link was another one I watched a lot growing up.
Good choice.
Which host?
The mean lady with the red hair.
Marianne Robinson.
Yeah, it was like I haven't watched it in like 20 years. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, you can watch George Bragg's version of Peacock if you want to.
Oh boy, I do still have Peacock. I am subscribed for a couple more months because I was going to cancel. When I actually went to cancel when they announced the whole like WWE's moving their pay-per-views off Peacock.
Well, that was
it was the mix. It was the 1-2 punch of WWE canceling, not doing their pay-per-views anymore on Peacock, versus it was that plus them announcing they were going to raise their prices. So I was gonna leave, and then they offered me like a really really cheap subscription price for like 6 months, so I just stayed. So it's because it's only like $3.
So like Bob Barker earlier, you said more than Drew Carey. That's what you were saying. That's what you were saying earlier.
Oh, Drew Carey, and I mean I know Drew Carey is on it now. I don't really watch Drew Carey that. I never was a huge Drew Carey guy either.
I mean, you like Bob Barker more than Drew Carey. That's what you were saying.
I guess if we're comparing and contrasting, yeah. I mean, I think I enjoy Bob Barker. I mean, he's like a staple of that show. I feel like. I mean, Jim Carrey's been there forever now too, though.
19 years.
Yeah, that's a long time to be on the show.
Oh, that's crazy.
I just wonder if Drew Carey is going to copy Barker's amount of years. Because I don't know. They started hosting around the same age. I mean,
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean,
Bob was in his early 50s when he got Prices Right.
Yeah.
Because he did Truth or Consequences before that.
I just can't remember what age Drew Carey started.
I think at like 49, I think. 49.
Well, he's looked old my entire life, so I don't know.
He's 66 now.
Yeah.
So he started in... So subtract 19 from 66, and that'll give you his age when he started the show in 2007.
Yeah.
Like 2007, man. Feels like forever ago.
He might take the Trebek route and just do it until his last breath. That's what I'm guessing.
Speaking about Trebek, that's another one I watched, Jeopardy.
Yeah.
He says he's going to do that show till he can't do it anymore, or until he passes away. Which, good for him.
Danny, has there been other games of hosts that done that, like Trebek or?
No, I think as far as I know, Trebek. Well, I think one host they had to replace because he died. I think Ray Combs, because when Ray Combs passed away, he was doing another game show called Family Challenge, and when he passed away, they replaced him with a fella named Michael Berger. Okay. But as far as I know, I think that's pretty much the only case of a host doing a game show until he died without having anyone to replace him. So
way to go! Is that what you want to do, David? You want to host a game show until you physically can't anymore?
Depending on the game show, I guess. But the thing is, I'll have to live in LA and not mess. Well, then again, I guess I can go back and forth. But,
is there one specific one that you would be if you had the pick of any game show, but you had to stick with it until you died? What would be the game show that you would choose?
Does it have to be current or?
It could be any game show, I guess, ever. I mean, why not? Whether you're reviving it or, well, I guess you'd revive it and then bring it back until you died. So if you're reviving it or replacing somebody.
I guess I would say the no deal Price is Right for my two. I think I can do both of them at the same time.
Let's see. For me, if I would say bring back Lingo and let me host that. But if a show that's currently on, I would say I'd like to host Funny You Should Ask, because that's still in syndication.
That Funny You Should Ask is very, very good.
Yeah. That's not what I was expecting either. That is a good pull.
Yeah.
Good one, Danny. I like that.
Thank you.
What about you, Emo, for your answer?
Oh, for what I would like to host?
Yeah, until you die.
What your game show, current or legacy, you'd have to. What would you want to host until I guess you fell over and died? I guess. I mean, it all depends on you. I mean, depending on your health, I guess you might be hosting a game show for 20, 30, 40 years or like a year. It depends, I guess, on how fortunate you are.
I sort of had two in mind.
Comics Unleashed. No, that's not a game show. That's no, that's
Seinfeld. Oh wait,
show now, for God's sake.
Let me host Seinfeld. Oh wait.
Nice.
Okay, I had two in mind.
It's not the Blue's Clues. No, I'm just kidding.
I do love Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
Not a game show, but I do love Blue's Clues.
I would not be able to fill in Josh, Joe, or Steve's shoes. But anyway, I was thinking maybe either of the game we just had minutes ago, or Deal or No Deal.
Whammy.
Yeah.
Oh, Press Your Luck or Deal or No Deal.
I do love a good Press Your Luck.
Yeah. It's actually
see the reason I like Whammy better is because like what could possibly happen if somebody hits 4 whammies in the first round of the original Press Your Luck?
So that ever happened? I feel like if that did happen, they would have stopped tape and like tried to recreate something because they would have been like, "No, we can't air this."
I saw that it's back around now because I saw of all people, my grandmother watches a lot of game shows. So sometimes I pass by and I see her watching like the Pyramid or that bingo show that Valerie Bernelli hosts.
Yeah, Bingo Blitz on Game Show.
Yeah, she likes that one. And then, of course, I passed by and it's like that Press Your Luck with Elizabeth Banks? Like, what's Elizabeth Banks doing hosting this show?
Oh, yeah, she's been hosting it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Elizabeth Banks. I just wasn't expecting to see her up on the Press Your Luck.
Right.
And actually, that version of Press Your Luck with her on it is very good because the last round, they actually put things on the board the contestant asks for.
Oh, really?
Customize it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a nice twist.
You guys would probably know it, but the other one I've seen her watch a bunch of times is that one where like all the different giant balls fall down.
The wall.
The wall. That's the other one she watches. The Wall. What a great name. Very, very standard, very stock. The Wall.
Yeah.
That reminds
if they build the wall. Sorry, what email?
That'd be another show.
That reminds me, speaking of game shows.
Put it in private chat, Danny.
I have I'll share a screen. So don't include it in the stream.
A few days ago, or sometime.
Do it after the show, Danny. Sorry, no worries.
It's a picture. Hold on.
Or sometime this month, bought 2 game show softwares from Tyler the game show. No, different Tyler.
Yeah, it was me actually. Sorry. Right. That's what I do on the side. I sell game show software.
Oh, well, I ended up buying 2 of them.
Nice.
I bought the Lingo one, and maybe I don't know if I can screen share this, but let's see.
I manifested it with all my talk about Lingo.
Yeah. But Jesse, while we wait, what game show you will host forever if you had to pick one?
One from my childhood, it would have to be Legends of the Hidden Temple.
That'd be cool. Everybody got hurt on that.
Totally forgot about that game show.
I just remember everybody getting injured on it. I didn't realize it when I was a kid, but like now that we're watching it like as adults and they talk about all the behind the scenes stuff, it was like really dangerous.
It would be interesting to host Double Dare.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
One game show that I used to watch a lot growing up that I thought was underrated was Greed.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That was what I really liked growing up. It's called Greed.
Yes.
Greed's a good one too. I have to admit it.
That's one that I think would be fun to revive, especially in this day and age with how people are.
I wonder who would be the host for that one.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
You'd have to.
The Rock hosting. The Rock hosting. Greed.
Hosting Greed.
I don't know. Maybe Jimmy Kimmel, I guess, because he's hosting Millionaires. So I guess.
Good. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's a good host.
And he got the Host of the Year as an award. God dang.
For a Millionaire, yeah, I'm kind of surprised about that.
He did. He got it at the Emmys. Yes.
I disagree with that because he's a talk show host, not a game show host. I know he's hosting Millionaire, but he's known for being a talk show host. There's a difference.
Yes, and David, I think you and I had this conversation off the air, and you and I had the same opinion. I love Jimmy, but not for that category.
Yeah, if you put him in as a game show host, and if he has one of his meltdowns, the ratings will tank.
You heard of this one, Danny?
Of course, win Ben Stein's money. In fact, I came up with a good alternative for that show today would be win Elon Musk's money, but that's another. That's a show. If I was in charge of if I was in LA, I'd go to a network and be like, guys, I have a show. Win Elon's money. We got to make it happen.
Elon or Mr. B.
Oh. I bought that software because okay, I might. There's some good use out of this.
How could that'd be interesting to emulate?
How about that, David? How about the next time Mr. Beast does one of those Beast Squid Games, you should enter.
My biggest disappointment, is that it's like strictly 5,000. There's no custom made. Like I can't do like the Ben Stein Cup 25,000.
Oh,
Me participating in one of Mr. Beast's games, I don't know how to get participate in that.
You might win. You never know.
Now the other software I bought was the Lingua one from Game Studio.
What's that, Charles?
David, I could teach you win Ben Stein's money really easily.
Mm.
I used to do it for the math class. One of the math classes I used to teach years ago.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It was a good way to teach them money and test their brain.
Well, I hope they didn't fall asleep.
No, they didn't. Because I threw game when I used to teach. I threw game shows in wherever I could. That kind of woke them up a bit.
Well, if only you had a microphone.
I found the picture. I'm looking at. Hold on.
I'm still looking for one.
All right, hold on. Okay.
There's a certain one I want on eBay, but I can't afford it.
Okay. All right, now David, don't include this in the stream. Kyle Hershon made this picture about 5 years ago.
Red is David's shirt.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chuck. We love you. Anyway.
So, Tyler, I don't know how much. I don't know if any game show stuff shows up on your feed, but have you saw this Price is Right new game?
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's wow.
That was on Monday. It's the brand new game.
Most of my feed is like movies, TV, sports, a little bit of like other things like anime and like music and stuff too. With mostly like the first couple.
I have never been to a convention before because I don't know most of the celebrities.
Well, they have conventions for everything now.
Yeah, sports, wrestling.
They have the conventions is such like a vague term. It's such a broad thing now. They have conventions for cars, sports, music.
They actually do it.
At a sports convention,
they do a game show convention in Burbank.
Encounter Mark Gastineau crying about Brett Favre.
Yeah, if you go to that's true. He did do that. He did confront.
I want my sack back. I want my sack back. You hurt me.
I do think Brett Favre took a dive, but it is irrelevant.
Yeah. There's a game still what Charles and
there is a game show convention. They I don't think they did it last year. I couldn't go. It's in Burbank.
The quiz.
All these game show people get together, fans of game shows, producers of game shows. It depends who they get. I gotta ask my my California friends if they're going to do that again this year.
Yeah, I hope it was the Quiz Show Expo, wasn't it?
Yes, the Quiz Show Expo, because it was at I think it was the Marriott, the Burbank Marriott.
Yeah, I hope that they can do it again. I wanted to go to it when they had it, but
so did I, and I was in town the week before they did it, and I couldn't stay over.
Hey, when that happened.
Well, that's why I wish they would have announced the things, way in advance, But I don't know.
I agree with you.
They did. They gave it. I remember hearing about it like 5.
Oh,
6
okay.
The Orioles used to do a convention every year, but they stopped when they were terrible. Now that they're now that they're back on the right path, and then they're now on the downward trajectory potentially. I thought they were going to bring it back, but they did not.
Well, then again, they sold their team, so I don't know if they're gonna.
Well, they have the guy that the new guy has plenty of money. He just won't spend, which is part of why we're terrible this year.
Well, Burns
The
got.
Pirates would get a new owner.
Well, Corbin Burns is kind of a good point because we didn't re-sign him, but then he like blew out his arm like immediately.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really. Yeah, it would have been. I mean, it's a bummer we lost him, but he blew out his arm like immediately on the Diamondback.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. Why didn't bring him back? I guess. So,
I remember.
I guess they knew something about it.
Yeah, from what I remember back then, it was because Corbin Burns already lives there. So he already like lives in like that area of Arizona. So it was kind of just like easier for him to just take a deal out there where he's already, instead of moving across the country to play for the Orioles.
Corbin Burns.
He may come back.
Yeah, he'll come back eventually after his surgery recovers, I guess.
I meant back to the Orioles. I mean.
Well, I mean that could also happen, but he has to recover his arm first.
It's things like for all of the pitchers that got jumping challenge this year, they may not pitch again until 2028 after the lockout.
That's insane.
Corbin Burns. Let me guess. Corbin Burns from How Much Is Enough?
No.
No. That's Corbin Burnson. Corbin Burnson.
So close.
I was thinking that you're like, wait, what? The guy from LA Law, you know? So.
Corbin Burns is a pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They used to be on the Orioles.
No, but How Much Is Enough? That was a show that lasted for about 2 months on Game Show Network, and it was terrible. And it was hosted by Corbin Burns.
Sounds like it was 2 months.
It wasn't.
It wasn't terrible? Wow. Wow.
And it still got the axe.
You know, a game show I don't like watching America Says because it's just a rip-off of MVP.
It's America Says is fun. It's not. I think it's certainly more watchable than what was it? That Blank Slate, which was dollar store match game, essentially.
American Ninja Warrior. We can put you on that, baby.
No, David should. So yeah.
That's kind of a game show, right?
I'd rather be on Wipeout.
Same concept, I guess.
David getting injured.
Now, technically, they are still doing American Ninja Warrior, but it's not even the same anymore.
I would pay good money to watch David fall into one of those giant balls on Wipeout.
David, if you went on one of those shows and got hurt, and I got that phone call, I'd have to come and take care of you. We'll put you in a body cast and.
I used to love growing up watching the MXC on Spike and all those horrible, like, not only the dub was horrible, but the actual, like, violence of the game shows was nasty. The games they fell and got rolled over by rocks and all these other crazy things.
I would have loved to be on Double Dare just to I don't know.
Wait, David, are you talking the original? You're talking the original '80s version?
Yeah.
With Mark Summers. Yeah, I grew up with that one. That was a staple. In fact, on my 9th birthday, my birthday party, I hosted a Double Dare, made a whole obstacle course. It was fun.
Hmm.
The only part that wasn't fun is we had to cut the little orange flags out.
Oh, there you go. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for having me on.
I'm headed that way myself. You guys have a good night, David. Thanks for having me on. I'll talk to you tomorrow, probably.
Take care, guys.
It's not just letters; it's lingo. Okay.
Yes. Indeed. But yeah, me being on Double Dare, that would be interesting. But I don't know if what. Also, it was very, very popular back in the day. So
yeah, Mark Summers was a good game show host. and then he became OCD, or he had some kind of thing happened to him, and he had to, I think he was a hoarder or something. I forgot, but he made a comeback eventually.
That's interesting. But unless, okay, I thought. So that's gonna be it for this episode of Chilling3000 Hangouts. We had good discussions here today, and we'll be back next week. I'm pretty sure it'll be on the Saturday, October 4th, but we'll see what happens and how I feel next week. But with that being said, that'll be it, and we'll get to closing right now.